What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So guys, I really don't like to get into it when it comes to police killings, police shootings, justified or unjustified is really not my expertise, and I try to stay away from it. But in the case of Sonya Massey, I have to say something. First of all, what happened to the sister was egregious. It's something that could have been completely avoided. My heart goes out to her and her family. But unfortunately, we have people out there who just feel like they always have to be heard. And sometimes, you know, no matter what you think, you should just shut up, okay? Regardless, you should just shut up. There are many things I think every day that I want to say, that I wish I could say. And really, it's not important for me to say those things because it just doesn't make sense to say it. And sometimes as people, as adults, you know, we should just be quiet sometimes, okay? We should just be quiet sometimes, especially when it's going to cause problems and divisions, all right? Especially in the black community. Then get mad when don't nobody want to deal with your ass. Knowing that black people are sensitive, knowing that's how we are. Now, let me get back to the brother Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor is a brother that continues to not learn his lesson, okay? Continues to make the same silly mistakes day in and day out. And of course, he weighed in on the Sonya Massey shooting himself, okay? Now, let's look at the particular clip here, or our screenshot. After all the lies blacks, Democrats, and liberal media have told about what happened to Sonya Massey, I decided to show you that she did in fact throw a large part of boiling hot water at the cops before being shot. Watch, and can you tell me why they're openly lying about what happened? Okay, I've watched this video many times, and I can tell you that either it looks like she's throwing or trying to just get rid of the pot, not throwing it at the officer, or the mix. That I cannot tell. Okay, that's just me on the angle that I saw. What I can tell you that I saw is that it could have been completely avoided and it didn't cause deadly force, whatever the case is. Okay. Now, there was a particular people that saw this. Tommy Sotomayor gets mad. The guy says this, Javian Scorpo, look at him. He's not even a black American. He's African. Now, he said other stuff, but I don't even want to go into it. And Tommy says, bro just tweeted me this, but I'm the tool of white supremacy and should remain race loyal. LOL. Us dark-skinned people should dislike blacks more than anyone because y'all make fun of our color more than white supremacists ever has. I mean, I just don't understand that level of immaturity and how dumb can somebody be to say something like that as almost a 50-year-old man, but it's okay. There's more, right? Then the OnlyFans lady, he got into it with an OnlyFans model. Miss Parker says, I can't wait until they blank your ass up. Let's just say the word that she meant was string, okay? And you guys can use your imagination. He gets mad at the lady. All I did was post a video disproving a false narrative, and this is what a black woman said to me in the comments. How is it okay to make these comments, but she didn't like my post, and she gets the post, yet Elon Musk deletes my comment, and this not a Kamala Harris voter? All of that crying and whining, right? But here's something that Tommy Sotomayor is not able to figure out.
Sonya Massey called 911 to report a prowler outside of her home, and Sheriff's deputies Sean Grayson and his partner showed up. You see them outside and then inside her house. Mistake one, according to University of Pittsburgh School of Law professor and use of force expert.
Never had to happen.
David Harris.
The whole encounter could have ended on the front porch.
Deputy Grayson eventually instructing Massey to check on the stove. He says they don't need a fire while there. That's when things take a turn. Massey turns off the stove and picks up a pot. Harris calls this the pivotal moment.
She simply says while she's holding this pot of water, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. This is not a threat. This is not a sign of danger.
So guys, if you hear that, and this is what Tommy or Myron, none of them can figure out, which is that the officer should not have been in the home regardless. He was not supposed to be in the house at all. It was bad police procedures. Why did he need to be in the house? We don't know. And see, this is what they don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you that. that he should not have been in the home. That situation could have been stopped by not going in the house. But you really want to know why this man, the officer, was upset? Sean Grayson, I believe this his name is, because the black woman told him, "I rebuke you." And you know what his attitude was towards that? How dare you talk to me like that as a white man? Oh, I'm gonna shoot you in your face. Now, they ain't gonna talk about that. Okay? They are not going to talk about that, are they? That this white guy said, "You know what? I'm gonna shoot you in the face because you said you rebuke me in the name of Jesus. I'm gonna shoot you in the face." Now, where she is at and where he's at, once she goes down to the ground, he comes towards her and starts shooting. If he wanted to be away from her, he could have backed up with his gun and got out of the house, out of danger. He came toward her. But who is that as a black person to tell me that? And then look at the guy's police records. See, that's what Tommy and them also not gonna deal with, okay? This guy, in case you didn't know, let's play that clip.
Records show the former deputy who shot Sonia Massey worked for multiple departments in the state of Illinois in just a handful of years. Senior investigative reporter Paula Vassan delves into how law enforcement officers in the state of Illinois are tracked. Paula.
Well, legal experts tell us the state of Illinois has something Missouri does not have, a way to search for police officers to check their work history. It shows former sheriff's deputy Sean Grayson worked for 6 different agencies in the state of Illinois in just 4 years. But the public website does not show the full picture, revealing hired and separation dates without explanation. State records show 30-year-old Grayson hopped around as a part-time officer at 3 small departments. He had a full-time job at a 4th department and worked at 2 sheriff's offices, all of his jobs in central Illinois. We've also discovered he had 2 misdemeanor DWI convictions in Macouping County. The I-team is working to find out what's being done in the state to prevent officers with potentially bad track records from bouncing around. Industry sources tell us it's the responsibility of the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board to allow an officer to be hired somewhere else. The I-team has reached out to that board for an explanation into how Grayson kept getting hired. We're waiting to hear back. We've also discovered that in general, sovereign immunity in state law often prohibits negligent hiring cases against state entities like police departments. It means it can be easier for bad hires to slip through the cracks.
See, they ain't gonna deal with that. They're not going to deal with the fact that this white man has been a troubled employee as a police officer. He has DWIs, he has bad judgment, and he shouldn't be an officer in the first place. But you see, ain't no accountability over here in these streets. They don't want to talk about that, do they? Hell no, they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that at all. I know they don't. I know you don't want to talk about it and deal with it. But see, it's anything to look down on somebody black because you want to get some cool points over there with Elon Musk. But they already done showed you, Tommy. Once you went over there bootlicking for them and you tried to get at Richard Spencer and all them, they booted your ass off the platform. But there you are again, skinning and grinning, schooning and buffooning, and you know what I'm talking about, schooning and buffooning, acting like everything is okay. After them people then showed you that you're not gonna get nowhere with them. Tommy Sotomayor, when he was doing great, doing excellent, he was doing it with an all-black audience. What has that Negro become since then? A loser. And that's for the rest of the blacks out there that want to turn on their people and expecting that you're going to get something from somebody else and not be loyal to the people that made you. Hey, listen, man, we got a lot of problems in the black community, but I'm here to testify. I come from one of the best communities on planet Earth, and I ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And all blacks that talk like him, they can never come together and achieve anything. Why don't him and Myron, they both like black so much, right? How much building you think Myron and Tommy gonna do? How much achievements can blacks like Tommy do with their people? Tommy can't get along with nobody. Ain't nobody he can build anything with. They don't want to talk about that, huh? Oh no, you see. But so guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you do, Skirt the Belt. We're out.